Welcome to the Outlier Mindset Podcast, your guide for living a life by design. Here, we explore the journey of becoming an outlier, finding your purpose, mastering your mindset, optimizing your health, achieving financial freedom, and building a life centered around your passions. So tune in, transform, and thrive. Welcome to the Outlier Mindset. Let the journey begin. Hey friends, and welcome to the very first episode of the Outlier Mindset Podcast. Really glad to have you here today. Really excited, not just because you're here, but the things that we are going to get out of this podcast. I'm so excited about the topics that we're going to be covering, the people that we're going to be interviewing, the processes that we're going to be looking at. It is going to be an incredible learning environment. My name is Robin Schley. I'll be the host of the Outlier Mindset Podcast. Give you a little bit about my background. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. I love buying, building, selling, being in business. It's what I do. But one of the things that I learned very early on was that when you build these companies, when you build these businesses, if you're not building them based on purpose, you're not going to be an outlier. You are not going to succeed. It was an obstacle that I had to get over in my life to be able to say, this does not belong with me. This is not for me. That's what I needed to do at some point. I had 25 businesses that I've either bought, sold, built, run. It's been a journey that I've loved. But boy, if I could go back in time and only focus on businesses that were aligned with my purpose, man, I would have been so much further along in life. And these are the things that I want to do for you. And that's why I wrote the book, The Outlier Mindset. And that's what this podcast is about. How can I take people and help them along their journey so that they can align their lives with their purpose and then build a life by design? That's what we want to do as outliers. So what I'm going to be giving you is a behind-the-scene look at what outliers do, particularly when it comes to entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurial spirit runs deep with outliers. But what is an outlier? There are so many different levels of an outlier, but there's 7 tenets that we've identified that we always like to look at and lean into. And that first one is you've always got to be willing to do the work. If you're not willing to do the work that's required to be exceptional, you're never going to be exceptional. So you've got to be willing to do what's necessary to be incredible. The second thing is that you got to make sure that you're evolving exponentially, personally and professionally. What does that mean? This is a biggie because it's all about reducing your learning curves. We call it EvolveX here, evolving exponentially. How do we take a 10-year learning curve and make it a 5-year learning curve? How do we take 5 years and make it 1? And that's all in knowledge. It's about getting up and doing what's necessary to learn what you need to learn to be the best at what you want to be doing. Figuring out that purpose and then building that life around that purpose with knowledge and education that's going to get you there quicker. That's going to get you from point A to point Z in a lot less time. That's what that is about. The next thing that you got to think about is that you got to accept that you're different than most. Outliers are different. They're not like everybody else. Only 10% even know what their purpose is in life. Only 5% are living that purpose. When you acknowledge that you are different, you are not like most people in society. That when you go out that door, the people that you meet, the people that you're going to be around, they're going to look at you differently because of who you are, how you act, what you know, how you function, how you process. You are different. And because they know they're different, they can go into life acknowledging it, accepting it, and just being authentically themselves. The next thing that differentiates an outlier is the fact that they execute on their dreams. We've all got dreams. All of us. There is not a single person alive who does not have a dream. But the difference between an outlier and everybody else is an outlier gets up and they always execute on those dreams. They don't wait for it to happen. They don't hope for it to happen. They don't think, well, I'm just going to put it out in the universe and it's just going to come to me. I'm all about universal energy, but at the same time, you put it out in the universe and then you go and bring it. One of the biggest regrets that people have in life when they get to the end is they look back and go, I wish I would have tried this. I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have executed on my dreams. Which leads me to the next thing, which is they don't wait. Outliers do not wait for things to come to them. They go out and they make things happen. Look around in your life. Look at the people in your life. Look at the people who are out there waiting for things to come to them, waiting for things to happen. That's just not the way that it works. You got to be willing to go out and make things happen. Next, an outlier is always living a life of service, lifting each other up, lifting people up that you believe in their missions. When you see somebody who's got a mission that you love, don't be jealous of that mission. How can I support them? How can I support that mission? How can I be a part of what they're doing? You got to be willing to serve others. You got to be willing to help others. You got to be willing to lift other people up. It's all a part of nature to go out and lift people up in service. All that's going to come back to you. That's not why you do it, but it's all going to come back to you. So you need to make sure that when you're getting up every morning, that you're living a life of service. And the last thing is surrounding yourself with incredible people, building your tribe. You are just a reflection of the people that are around you. You need to make sure when you are bringing people into your circle, bringing people into your life, that these people are there for the right reasons. They're not going to be dragging you down. They're not going to be telling you that you can't do things, because there's plenty of people in life that are going to tell you that you can't do things. It's going to happen all the time. But I'm here to tell you, get rid of those people. Surround yourself with people who, yeah, you want honesty. That's important. But who are going to give you solutions, who are going to lift you up. So many people are out there. They're so willing to tell you every single thing that's wrong, tell you every single problem that exists, but they don't have any solutions. They don't have any ideas. They can't give you good advice on how you can be better. Get rid of those types of people. Build a tribe that supports your mission and that has people who you can support their mission. Those are the 7 tenets of an outlier. We're going to talk a lot about outliers. Matter of fact, we're going to have outliers on this show because we want to bring in people who have built that life, building the life by design. We talk about that a lot on this podcast. You know, sometimes we can aimlessly drift through our life, not really sure how to break the patterns and live the life that you've always dreamed of. I get it. I have been there, so caught up in chasing opportunities until I found myself in a life that felt foreign to me. It took me years to unwind the messy web to get back to what I've been put on this planet to do. And let me tell you this, purpose doesn't have to feel out of arm's reach. And I've designed a plan for you to do a little bit each day over the next 30 days in a challenge that I call the Outlier 30. It's specifically designed to help you find or create more clarity around your purpose. So if you're feeling lost and you want to finally turn things around and live that life that you were destined to create, sign up right now. It's free. You have absolutely nothing to lose and the whole world to gain. Visit gorodman.com/outlier30 today. So now that you know what an outlier is, let me tell you a little bit about what you can expect on our podcast. We typically cover 6 different topics. I'm going to bring in some of the greatest minds, people who are already outliers. I want to know what their stories are. There's so much learning and so much knowledge in understanding other people's struggles. Outliers just don't go from A to Z without the struggle, without the story. We see the success, but we don't understand how they got there. We don't understand the hurdles they might have hit along the way, that time they stubbed their toe, that time they had the setback, the time that they had to overcome the problem. We don't generally see that, but they're there. People are successful because they got over those hurdles, because they figured out a way to problem solve. They figured out a way to get from A to Z. They figured out a way to get solutions to make sure that they were excelling exponentially, that they were evolving exponentially. These are the people that we want to hear from. These are the people who can impart so much knowledge and wisdom for us, just understanding their stories, just to understand that they didn't get to where they got by doing nothing, that they learned just like us, that they struggled just like us, that it was a long journey just like it is for us. But I will tell you this, every single outlier is aligned with their purpose in life. They found their purpose, and then they started building that life by design. And that's why purpose is another topic that we're going to talk about a lot. If you're not leading with purpose, you're not living life. You know, only 10% of people even know what their purpose in life is. And only 5% are living a life that they say is based on their purpose. That's tragic. Life is so short. It goes by so quickly. To live a life that's not based on your purpose, where's the value in that? Where's the excitement? Where's the love? Where is life? Where is living life in those moments if you're not doing it about what you're passionate about what you're meant to be doing? Are you getting up? Are you going to work? Are you punching that clock? Are you doing something that you don't feel like you were meant to be doing? To be an outlier, to live an exceptional life, you got to first align with purpose. I'm going to bring in some of the leading experts in the world to talk about purpose and how you can define purpose for you so you can get out of that rut, so you can start living a more full life, so you can start aligning, so you can start feeling good about what you're doing during the day. Because so many people don't. The majority of people don't. It's really easy to conform. It's really easy just to blend in with society. But that's not what we're going for. We're outliers. So the first thing we do is align with our purpose. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring in the leading experts to get our mindset right. Once you've identified that purpose, you've got to have everything upstairs right. You got to get your mind right. Because you're going to go on a journey and you got to have the mental status to be ready for anything that life throws at you. Because it's not always going to be easy. Life's not like that, right? It's just not. But if you have the right mindset, you can go in and you can change your outcomes. You can change how you take information in, how you deal information out, how you work with people, how you problem solve, how you go about every single day. But it takes the right mindset to do so. A lot of people go up and they've given up on mindset. Again, they're punching clocks. They go in, they don't want to engage. They want to get over with. They want to go in on a Monday morning, punch that clock, punch out at the end of the day, and they're praying for the weekends. They cannot wait for the weekend. I think that's tragic. That 2 days out of 7, people are excited. 2 days out of 7, people are excited. We should be excited about life 7 days a week. Even in tough times, if you're aligned with your purpose, if you're doing what you love, the challenges are even easier. The challenges become overcomable. There are so many different things that mindset can do to set you free. So first thing that we got to do after we've aligned with our purpose is we got to get our mind right. The next thing is I'm going to bring in experts about health. Our bodies, man, they're a temple. We've got to be doing whatever we can to make sure that we're living a healthy life. I want to live a long time. I've got my 2 beautiful kids and I've got my wife. I want to make sure that I'm here and I'm as healthy as that I can be for as long as I can be for my family, for myself, for my mission, for my purpose. You know what it's like when you don't feel good? you've been sick or injured and you can't do anything. You sit back and you feel miserable and you feel lousy and you don't want to do and you don't want to get up and you don't want to go out and you don't want to do anything. Yeah, you're going to be sick at times. But guess what? If your general health is good, it's going to be far less. You need to be up for the task. If you're going to be a true outlier, if you're truly going to build this life around design, around your purpose, then you need to make sure that you've got your health and your body right so you can feel good. So you've got the strength, the perseverance to get up and take on any challenge that life might be putting in front of you. It is so, so important to be healthy along this journey. So I'm going to bring in some of the top experts to talk about our health, our physical being, our physical health. And the next thing that we're going to talk about is money, finances. You got to get your money right. If you don't have your money right, you're setting yourself up to fail. How many people have started a business thinking, okay, I'm going to get up, we're going to be up and going in a week, and I'm going to be making money? Business doesn't work that way. And if it does, nice job. But it doesn't typically work that way. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes energy. It takes putting money out in the beginning as you build your path, as you build your business, as you build what you want to be doing. And guess what? If you don't have that money right, say you don't have enough savings, and success is right around that next corner. But guess what? You've run out of money. You don't have the money to make it a little bit further. And you fail. Not because it was a bad idea, not because it wasn't your purpose, but because you didn't have your money right. So I'm going to bring in some of the leading experts in the world to talk about money, to talk about how to get your finances set up so you can succeed, so you can be successful. And it's not just about the short term. It's about the long term also. It's about looking into the future, saying, I can only work so many days in my lifetime. Listen, I'm in my 50s. I think about it all the time. I want to make sure that I'm in a place when I get too old to do what I love to be doing, where I'm going to be okay. You got to get your money right on so many different levels. So many people are just living paycheck to paycheck, living in debt, spending way more than they have, running up those credit cards, running up those loans. Man, that's how you become a prisoner. You become a prisoner to your own finances. I'm going to bring in the experts to show you how to get out of that rut and how to be forward thinking, how to think about retirement, how to think about building businesses, how to put away money, how to get your money right. And then lastly, we're going to talk a lot about building a life by design and then building that life by design around your purpose. Life is short. It's really, really short. You might as well get up in the morning and be doing something that you love. Strategically building your life around your purpose, around what you love, around what you get excited about. We're going to get up every single day and we're going to do what's necessary to be building a life by what you want to be, who you want to be, what you want to be doing, where you want to be living, how you want to be living. All of it. It's your life. You design it. It's for you. It's not for others. It's not for society. Yes, you're a part of society, but what are you contributing to society when you're not building it by your own design? When you're doing what you love and when you're building your life by your design, you are going to be exceptional at what you do. And your contributions to society are going to be amazing. That's why it's so important to make sure that what you're doing each and every day is about you and what you love. Those are the things that we're going to be talking about on this podcast. I want to take you on a journey. I want to get you out of that job that you don't want to be working. I want to get you out of that life that you don't want to be living. I want to help you take those handcuffs off right now so that you've got the freedom to build what you want to be. Build the life that you want to be living. That's what the Outlier Mindset podcast is about. That's why I'm so glad that you're here. So tune in each and every single week as we cover these topics. Go on this journey with me. Be exceptional and be an outlier.